Hey, good morning, good morning, squad, CEO squad. How you guys doing this morning? Tuning in, ready to go. Oh my God, it is April 1st, 2025. I ain't even being bothered with the fools part. I'm focused on the challenge for the month of April, some of the things I have planned. Oh, when I got up this morning, I know I was about to put 5 more pounds on my the weight that I'll be using for the month of April. That's my personal challenge. But I want to first and foremost welcome you guys to another session, segment, if you will, to CEO 369 Consulting. It's your man, Chauncey. I am diving right into this. First and foremost, I do have a few props that I'm working with this today. So hopefully I don't drop nothing. You already know that I like to start mine after I get my first set in. Cup of Joe. I gotta have it. Most important is vital. The nutrients, antioxidants that go into that cup of Joe ain't nothing but Folgers. I don't try to get none fancy. But the title of this one is going to be CEOs. Those of you that are creators, entrepreneurs, high level operator, you already know it's the month of April, and I always say it's time to expand. For those of you that are YouTube small content creators, what is your challenge that is awaiting you? I already told you this morning. I pick this joker up. As you guys can see, it's not 52, it's 25 pounds. I went from 20 pounds to 25 pounds. This thing is a beast, but for the next 3 months, it's going to be my part of my morning workout routine. Then also that part of growing. You know, I'm really big on, trying to keep the yard presentable. And I found this gentleman a long time ago, uh, Jack Jerry's Baker, America's Master Gardener. I like his book, and when I first found out about him, I lived in Tacoma, Washington, and he took care of this big, huge area where they have all different types of plants, and he had a program on. So now here in Georgia, trying to figure out how to keep the grass, the plant life, everything in my uh, outside, front yard, backyard, you know, lively. And we sure as hell got a lot of pollen. Yesterday, that's uh, wildest thing. Sure, a lot of you guys know, especially live in the southeast, had tornado warnings all over the place. Power went out here at the house. My wife called me. I was at the office, and we survived it. House still standing. All the work I did in my yard, basically got to start over. Blew stuff everywhere, and then also for me, you guys know I day trade, but another area of my focus is the challenge of finances. I just got it out of bill here. I'm looking to multiply my finances in the month of April. I might have to get out to Boops and Budgets and look at a couple of her videos to help me prepare for the month of April and be ready to raise my awareness. Are you ready to elevate your uh, month of April? What are your challenges? Drop me a comment, hit the like button, subscribe, share this message. Thing behind this is that it is a new month. You're going to have new challenges, whether it's your personal, professional, YouTube, uh, children, husband, wife, you name it. There are going to also be new opportunities. Now, whether they're good, whether they're bad, that's on you. What you choose to do with it. What are you putting into action? I showed you my three that I'm going to be working on for the month of April. What are those personal actions that you're going to be doing or challenges you're going to be doing, both in your personal and your professional life? Drop it in. Drop me some in a comment. A solid. Again, I enjoy all that you guys share with me. It helps me to raise my game when it comes to it. You know, today we're going to dive into the mindset of the challenges, of just challenges in general, because it helps to spur you on, and a call to action that will make you stretch and expand. And that's the number one thing, especially like when you work out. And all they talk about stretching. I'll be going in trying to just grab this 25-pounder right here and be slinging it all over the place. You'd be down for the count. I know I will. I'm 57 years old, and all I'm trying to do is maintain a healthy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I'm also, as my mentor Robin Sharma would say, not just in the area of your work, but also when I reflect or I meditate, keeping a sound body, keeping a sound mind, keeping my spirit centered, giving attention to that, which is part of that call to action. Um, Now, for a lot of us, why do challenges matter? See, we're 4 months into this new year, and a lot of people, whether it's your YouTube channel, whether it's your personal life, whether it's your professional life, some of us have begun to fizzle. That's the word I'll use. You've kind of like lost that spark. Your flame is dying out. You know, get some ember, get some logs, put a new spark into your life. That's why it matters as CEOs, entrepreneurs, creators, entrepreneurs, and high level operators, you're going to be pushing past those limits. Those first 3 months, they've come and gone. You are granted the best gift. You're here now. So, the three challenge categories that I want to talk about is that personal, whether it's your fitness, your reading, discipline, or waking up early in the morning. That's why I've changed and put my uh, segments in the morning hours because I can't get around waiting a couple of days to watch the videos develop. I'm just bringing it to you as it comes to me. You're professional. You don't wait around. Continuing education, leadership, you being able to delegate, interact with your loved ones, with your co-workers, if you're a supervisor, managing that actually is mid-cycle for my office. In my work, I have to sit down with each individual person amongst everything else I got to do and do their mid-cycle performance work plan and then improving the system. That's what CEO 369 is all about. I went from the evening to the daytime, and then content creation, being consistent with your flow, champion ways to help you improve as well as you helping others improve. Whether you like cooking, whether you like instructing, whether you like consulting, whatever yours is, being silly, playing video games, whatever your bag is, make sure you've taken out all of those items, laid them out, and assessed them, clean them up, polish them up, bringing something new and fresh to it. Those can be three challenge categories: personal, professional, and content creation, so that you have something new for yourself, but also you have something new for others, something that you can serve, that you can share, that will bring enjoyment and excitement to other people's lives. That's what this is all about. Personal example for me in my three areas: honor, love, and respect. Those are my pillar foundations in everything I do. So, in those personal, professional, and of my content creation, I am going to start looking at everything that I do. My professional job that I do as an administrative officer, I'm going to look at that, give it inventory, clean it up, be ready to be strong as I step into that. Things I like to do, coming up on retirement, shy of 2 years, or should I win the lottery tomorrow, then I will begin to build around those areas that I really enjoy do consulting, day trading, as well as my YouTube channel. Those are areas that I want to prove up on in that facet. That's my example, you know. And then that final thing that I am striving to do is being better service to my community. That's in this virtual as well as in the community I live in, serving the community. That's number one for me. So share with me your comments. What is it that you're looking to bring, to put forth? What are those three areas that you're hoping to set and to elevate for yourself? You know, how to expand this month? So many different ways to do it. I can give it to you from day one all the way to the very end of the month of April when we look at it, because what is it, 30 days that we're talking about in the month of April? That's what I know that I can do, but I'm going to continue to focus on that three, you know, three key expansion areas, you know, for your mindset. You know, as we talk about this is your psychology, where you're putting things at, what you're bringing out once you put it in to share with others. Books that you're reading. I showed you one that's just for beautification of my home outside and inside, because you know we got a lot of plants up in this joint that my wife has, and I'm growing into them. I'm enjoying them, you know, but also having a deeper conversation, you know, with those things that you're getting involved with. Networking expansion. You know, I know we have two pop-up shops, but I think this week, last Sunday, my wife gave a someone that we did pop-up shops with, and that young lady provides us emails for, you know, constant pop-up shops that'll be happening throughout the state of Georgia and expanding in that area. New connections, whether it's your personal life or your professional life. What are those things that you're dealing with? And maybe you might have collaborations with some people. So that'll be very interesting for you guys as well. So look at all of those areas, and then execution. Sometimes we have it up here in our mindset and we have it when we network with people, but execution expansion, speed and precision, less thinking about it, and guess what? Just more doing it, putting it to action. You know what I'm saying? I got to be willing to pick this 25-pound weight up and put it to work. I can't just say, okay, it's here. I got to work on that muscle, you know, to expand it, to grow it, and also to properly use it so I don't hurt myself. Uh, how do we look at this one? You know, framework for your action. Again, it's just how you go about your day when you get it started. I think one day my wife said she just wiggles every part of her body, and as she wakes up, she's not part of the 5 a.m. club anymore. That's all back on me, you know. And Marati, Zuri, she's always down for it, you know, because she know that's when she get her medicine, her snack, her Denny stick, and then she gets some her eat and to go outside. And I want to be able to give more time to her, so I don't run up against time for myself doing what it is that I like to do. So some suggestions in this everything that I'm speaking to you guys about, it's a suggestion for you because it's something that I do. You know, whether you're young, you're older, you know, I always say get professional or seek professional advice. Um, as we talk, I believe we're all professionals. If we do things that help people give better awareness, help them to make better choices, and then finally seeing that that person will get better results when they put those actions into practice, because that's what it's really all about. Practice, drilling it in, and then rehearsing it. You have to be able to do it. When my son was wrestling, those were their three foundations. They had to practice every day, you know, to get better as a wrestler. It had to be drilled, whether it was shooting, whether leg takedown, whether it's armbar, whether it's a pin. They had to practice on certain strategies that would help them. And so this is kind of like how you have those men and women that you're learning from, especially if it's YouTube, that you are practicing it, you are drilling it into yourself so you feel confident about it, and then you are rehearsing it, you know, by putting your shorts together, by putting your long content together, by doing your lives, or if you use Restream or some of these other fancy fangled things like Restream, Live AI, just different things that you're bringing into your YouTube, if you will, content. First one will be like your daily focus, just one small step daily that you improve upon, becomes your framework for action. Number two, you'll have weekly milestones. These are some of the things that you can just write out, put it down, grab your journal. Uh, Mine is right over here, but I also have my blood pressure kit out still. I forgot to put it away. But especially for me for day trading, I'm putting that journal together from those challenges that my mentor or the coaches in the inner circle are talking to us about. Last night, one of them spoke about an upcoming challenge that he's putting together that deals with prop firms. So a lot of us are going to be focusing on that. I think he was up to about 72 people that have wanted to get involved in that challenge. And then the last one, I would say, because you already know it's about 30 days, you can have a calendar and you can have an end of April vision board that you can create for yourself. Ideally, a goal. Where do you want to be when the month of April comes to a close? This is day one, but you can lay it out on your calendar. I mean, my wife's really good, especially when it comes to our area of finances. We're working from, it was the end of Sunday, whatever day that was, and I think she had already laid, yeah, Sunday was the 30th. And so she had already laid out our plan that leads until April 6th, and that will be for that snapshot time period so we can take care of all these things that we need to. So it's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. Where do you want to be? Drop a comment, do me a solid. If you haven't, hit the like button, subscribe, share this with others. I really, really appreciate you guys. God, what do I like to do? I'm trying to think. Wait, money. If you wouldn't mind, if you're listening to this, when you see the recording, drop that strong emoji icon. If you're talking about finances, drop that money clip. That's an emoji or a book. If you're going to be reading a book, there's, I think, a book emoji. Drop that in a comment. So you have three to choose from. This is just kind of like your call to action to me. Let me know that, hey, I'm into this. I'm willing to work on that. So as I wrap this one up, because I got one set in, I got to do another set before I hit that shower. Uh, Ask yourself this, just being real. I got to get a cup of coffee, sip on a cup of coffee for this one. Now, I gave you my three already. What's one bold move that you can make this month? And that's whatever your heart's desire is. If it's just to get up to give yourself 15 minutes more time before the little ones get up, the husband, other things start asking for your attention. What's that one thing you're going to give yourself? It can be self care, self love, you know, meditation, things that only will be for you. That's the best part. You get to give yourself a gift. Think about it. If you feel bold enough, put it in a comment. I appreciate it. Your call to action. For me, my call to action to you guys is to come to you being consistent, authentic, real, 100. The craziness that's going on in this world. You know what I'm saying? That's for the month of April. I want you guys to know that I'm all about honor. That's my number one thing. Then love. That's number two. And then final, respect. That's my um, triangle, or as they say in a good book, the God, the Son, the Holy Spirit. That's that Trinity. That's my Trinity for CEO 369 Consulting. Bringing those three together so I can push you guys and you can push me. And that's what I strive to do. You know, uh, Drop your April challenge in the comments. That way we can push each other forward. You know what I'm saying? As we work together, I think that image that they show, you know, Difference between a boss and a leader. A boss barks out orders and having people do the work, whereas the leader gets down up in it and gets to work so that we can push that or pull that challenge across the finish line. And that's all we're talking about. 30 days for the month of April, handling our business, and then coming back and giving each other, major props. I don't care if you need to take a break, we'll take a break together. Do what it is that you do best. And then to close this out, the best time to start really was yesterday. That's what I had planned. I had already had this locked in. How I would come to you guys today. I think I've been talking about the closeout of the month of March uh, as we got to the last week, second to the last week, and then just flowed into this. So it was like a natural thing to me. It wasn't nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? So the next time, the next best time really is now. Today is April 1st, 2025. So ain't nothing to it but to do it as far as I'm concerned. I see you, you see me. We letting our hair down and, sharing. See that light ain't on this morning, so that makes me feel better already. So as I wrap this one up, as I always say, like my mentor Robin Sharma would say, if you own your morning, you're gonna be able to elevate your life. And those three core areas that you're gonna give to yourself for your personal life as well as for your professional life. Hit me up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as share it with someone and then drop me a comment. I appreciate you guys as always. You guys have a great day and we'll talk soon. Bye now.